Everyone I ask what is NVC has a different answer.
Excellent.
Did I ask you? I don't think I asked you.
Oh, God.
How would you describe NVC?
Oh. I'd say NVC is a strategy to make visible the invisible, which is love.
Nice.
Might just reveal the blocks to love, because that's already there. Yeah, kind of just helps it flow and helps you feel it in yourself and helps the other person feel it. Yeah, just maybe gets that love connection going.
So Marshall also wrote that he devised NVC because he wanted to figure out how you do love.
Yeah.
What does he mean by that?
A lot of people confuse love as a feeling, and certainly there are many intense feelings associated with love. But love is an action. If love is more than or it's different than an emotion, how do you do it? How do I as a being orchestrate my life so that I can pay attention to what love is all the time? Look at the light coming through inside. It's so
It's
nice.
Yeah.
That I like.
My name is Doug, and I want to welcome you to this land that has held my family since the 1880s. So you are all welcome here, each and every one of you. But what I'd like you to do right now is just for a moment, just look around and see the shadows and the colors. And how you are here continues to keep this dream alive that Barbara and I hold and the core team hold for what this place can be for people who want to explore what it means to live in the consciousness of nonviolence.
I would describe it as a place where people can learn how to live the love they feel for each other, especially in their family. I think so many times when you come into a family and you live all your life in a family, and sometimes it's so frustrating wanting to be able to have your love received and your care received, and many times it's misunderstood. And so I think they see a way here of making that invisible, their love for their family, more visible and received.
He's trying to raise it up so that he levels the van out.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Slick. Way to go, Sporty! Woohoo! Oh! You had it! This camp just catapults us into another level of consciousness every year. And it lasts. It lasts. It stays with us. The first year we came, and I think that night that we arrived home, I was tucking them in, and Nico said to me, "Say something really mean." I said, okay. You kids are driving me crazy. Why don't you just go to bed? And he said, are you feeling tired and really needing peace? And then my daughter, who was, 4, she wanted me to give her one too. So I gave her one, and she said, are you feeling mad because you're needing helpful? I love that. Are you needing helpful?
All right, so this is a poem called Moods, 14 years old. They say I have moods, that I am moody. Well, actually, I only have 3 moods. Neutral, upset, and very upset. It's they that have the moods, if that's what you call them. Changing unpredictably, 1 minute cheerful, the next irate, then so sorry, so forgiving, impatient, forgetful, ignorant, ignoring, uninterested, busy, cooking, loud, laughing, tired, tapping, singing, driving me crazy. So the structure is this. We call it a fishbowl. The people in the middle are the fish. The people on the outside are the bowl. It's going to be the teens, and then after about 20 minutes of conversation, we'll switch. So the teens will be talking amongst themselves, and the people on the outside, we're going to ask you to not speak at all. So just take a moment, write down a question or two. What kind of support would you like when you're angry or frustrated?
The only thing I don't like is when I'm having a problem and they go, well, what's the matter? Can I help you with something? It's like, no.
No, you can't. I want to be in this.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we want to figure it out on our own, or
I just don't want to talk about it.
right,
Yeah.
or don't do anything at all and just like be miserable for a little bit, and then we get out of it. It's all good.
Maybe it's easier to talk about it when
not
it's
instead of
more
everyone
behind you than
Yeah, right.
in the moment.
It's really hard to get help in the moment with something.
It also feels like when I try to express myself that I have a fear that I'm gonna hurt their feelings in some way.
Yeah.
What do you think of us?
Oh my gosh, I so adore you.
The things that she says and the perspective that she has is so fresh, so authentic, so just is beautiful.
What he can say or do so affects me so overwhelmingly.
I feel a lot of gratitude. It's so precious to have 2 sons. Just really wanting to be able to be there for you. All of you.
But what I'm worried about is that it seems like many times in your life that this happens. And that you feel like this is just another thing in the bucket.
This is the worst.
Yes. That made me feel like that I wasn't important. And I so want to support you, feeling like what you want is important. That's really important to me. I don't do a good job of it.
Jamie, would you try and just tell your mom what you hear her saying?
She regrets that she didn't consult.
What about that last thing that she was just saying? What do you hear?
It's really important for her about my well-being and that I get choice.
And do you hear that there's something that's like so vital to her? This thing about you knowing that you matter. and that you are important, and that you're important to her, but also just that you know inside that you're important. Is that what it is, Marina?
Never thought of it that way, but yes.
Yeah.
But she can't always achieve that, which is the problem.
Yeah. But I think now that we kind of all know about it, that this might be something that we could come up with some ideas about, that Jeremy matters.
If we're focused on judgments, right and wrong, good and bad, we're going to be in pain. And so probably are the people around us. So he just invites us to put our consciousness on more on the feelings and the needs.
If I intervene with the energy of anger, the energy of condemnation, I'm playing the same game. So to enter into it with the energy of fierce love, what's that energy? It's the energy that's not submission, and it's not rebellion. It's something else. It's being able to stand in a truth and express caring, really, for others, even if what they would like to do is different.
Ursa, gather in the middle of the tree now.
That is
Get out! Now!
Get out.
Get up.
No, we're still building a chicken story.
Leo, can you please get out?
Ah, God!
Leo,
Rob, get out.
can you please get out? Leo, move! Jordan's coming.
Come on, Jordan, get up.
Do it the old-fashioned way. Leo!
You only need one person to practice nonviolence. It always works. It always works. And when any person shifts in a system, the system shifts. So it's like, okay, if that's true, I want to know about it. And so I was eager to set up family camp and have that messiness. But when things aren't easy, there's some kind of connection that happens that surprises people in its vitality.
My joy in family camp is to be surrounded by people who really care about helping to evolve a new way of being with each other.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi, honey. What is it that you find that is of value in NVC?
Making sure that other people's and our own needs and wants are being met.
So it's about caring for everybody's needs, huh?
Yeah.
On the
Is that better than just caring about your own?
Yeah.
It's a receptivity, it's a kind of listening, a quality of listening, and it's an expression of honesty. I want to have some feedback from you guys. What was the most fun thing that you did with the hay?
Build a fort.
Make a fort? So what did you like about that?
Because you can build towers with it, you can build whatever you want with it.
So there's lots of possibilities, and you get to just, oh my goodness, what could I make out of this? Yeah? All right. Anybody have any things that didn't work for them so well about the hay?
The hay war.
The hay war. Tell me a little bit about
That
that.
was fun.
No, dude, we lost hay from that.
Yeah, but it was still fun.
Our fort got destroyed just about twice because people kept jumping on it. And they took our hay, we took their hay, they took our hay.
They started the war.
They started.
No.
Yes, you did.
Hay war. No! We're not even gonna have a hay war.
We're not gonna fight.
We took a long time to build that, and we're not gonna bring it down.
profited from the war.
Oh no!
Let's catch that. Let's catch that just for a moment. So would somebody be willing to say back to Sarah and Freedom about what's important to them about what they just said?
They didn't want their fort to be destroyed.
I like that, but they want something. What do they want?
a whole fort without it going like, wee.
They want to have a whole fort. Why would that be important to them?
Because it's our special place and we worked hard.
How do we connect with people's light and their heart when we feel so awful about some of the things they do? And the beauty of NVC is it helps me to understand that these choices they make, as miserable as I feel seeing them, behind it there is some beautiful need or intention they're trying to meet. And that's the heart, because we all have the same needs. The different ways people go about trying to get these needs met, that's where our conflicts come from.
Needs are alive in us all the time. What do you see around you? What do you experience around you that is beautiful? Beauty is a need. We humans, everywhere we go on the planet, people recognize beauty. They see it differently, but beauty is a need. Companionship is a need. These fundamental things in our lives. And one of the most profound practices I think that we do, or that I do, is like how many needs are being met right now, and how conscious are we of that? A lot. If I sit down and think about it.
Because we all share the same needs, I really feel that oneness. And people, when they connect at that level, seem to have this opening in their heart and a sense of oneness, whether it's with a former enemy or anyone they've been having a conflict with, or someone that they love, just to share on that level, or even connecting with themselves. They experience what I call as love.
I get a very profound sense that I've been nourished in a particular way being in this community for a week every year, and when I return home I have that, in me. And it does affect our family life. The way we relate to each other is different for the fact that we went to this camp every year. And then that means that the relationships that we form outside of our house have a different quality. This nourishment, it ripples out, ripples out, ripples out. So I think it makes a huge difference. And my strong desire is that this would happen in, like, every community would have a camp like this every year. Chatting about what is NVC. What is NVC to you?
Talking more than hurting people, using your hands less and talking a bit more, and telling them what you feel.
And what you need, I guess.
What does love say here? What does love do there? That I want to just show up as love in the world, and this gives me a way to do that.